Before we get on with our video, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button so you can catch up with other videos from our channel in the future. Hey there guys, what's up and welcome back to Foot Leaks. The king of the hand of God fell into the wrong hands. The one called Diego Maradona, an Argentinian footballer, a well-respected and highly skillful player who scored a suspicious handball goal in the 1986 FIFA World Cup against England, leading Argentina 1-0, and the referee couldn't properly analyze the handball situation because of the lack of resources, so the game carried on with the home team in the lead. The match was won by a close 2-1. Maradona scored the second goal as well, which was globally recognized as the goal of the century. The vibrant wails, throat-dry screaming that erupted in the stadium at his expense was cosmical. The dynamic Argentine-television commentator sums up the feeling. Diego, the breathless announcer, shouts, "What planet are you from?" In an interview prior to the celebration, he told the press the goal was a little with his head and a little with the hand of God. Every football fanatic gets chilled at the history of Diego, who was once the best player of his generation, but after scoring the goal that accounted for their 1-point lead, Diego confessed something when he appeared on a program called La Noche La Ten, saying the ball touched his hand after all. He says, "If I could go back and change history, I would," adding a bit more as he repeated, "If I could apologize, go back and change history, I would." However, he proceeds wisely, but the goal is still a goal. Argentina was proclaimed World Cup champions and I was the best player in the world. I cannot change the story. All I can do is move on. Not only was an era-defining moment blown up by his moment of truth, but people began to reconsider if what he did was something a loyal to his passion professional footballer would pull. Many people were jeering at him, ruthless in their act of blaming, and Diego, after hearing people won't accept his apology, told them he never said he was sorry in the first place. The journalist misquoted him, and he reprises subsequently. "I never spoke of forgiveness. I said only that the story could not be changed, that I don't have to apologize to anyone because it was a football game in which there were 100,000 people in the Azteca Stadium, 22 players, that there were 2 linesmen, that there was 1 referee, that Shelton, the goalkeeper, speaks up now and he hadn't noticed. The defenders had to tell him. So the story is already written and nothing can change it." And that was what I said. I never apologized to anyone. Besides, I don't have to apologize by making a statement to England. For what? To please who? He demanded a thin air fuming over. What angers the most is that they repeat this in Argentina and talk to people who know me. They talk about contradictions. At 47, I think that apologizing to England is stupid. Many found their composure at this retaliation, and some did see the truth behind Diego's words. His fans who supported him and were emotionally attached to his character agreed to him fully. Diego was a tiger from the start. He was raised in Villa Fiorito, a slum on the outskirts of Buenos Aires, drowning in poverty, so he signed up to play for the club at the age of 15 and supported his family there onwards. He was only 21 when, with the then world-renowned contract, he joined FC Barcelona, and after a few matches, he was labeled as one of the best players in the world. The crazy maniac football he played, the defiance to dribble through against the swarm of defense ready to strike, he was blessed, smitten for the love for football. On the field, it was him versus the 11 opponents, and he conquered them all together. No wonder HBO made a film on him. That's why it came as quite a surprise when a star player such as himself was bought by a low-run dark club that was most possibly ran by criminals and sponsored by gangsters, given the criminal record of Italy's poorest and most violent city that it was located in. The fee was bulky, but the shaken hands behind the deal were rough, calloused by the fight with law and order. Napoli was very fortunate indeed to have him, with the soccer cleats and determination that blazed the hearts of his teammates, his fame dragging him towards lonely nights and dangerous self-reflection. Napoli won many titles from there, but the first one would bring tears to their eyes to this day. Then, after they lifted the trophy, a cemetery was seen, bearing a banner which read, "You don't know what you missed." You could almost feel the tremor of ferocious affection they had for him. Diego was their star in the inky night. He was their knight in shining armor. Gradually, the devil wrapped his strings around him. Diego was partying day in and day out, putting on weight, taking unauthorized substances that were smuggled in by his mafia friend. He treated himself like a fool, falling into substance abuse. The Napoli president was doing his best to carry him around, but it was Diego himself who put in a request for transfer. The decline in his performance was not as much as the dramatic decrease in the fan base. Fanatics who surrounded him thinned when he played for Argentina against Italy, who hated the former with all their gut, in the Napoli Stadio San Paolo World Cup 1990. When he won with Argentina and returned to Napoli, he faced a tsunami of insults and curses that were hurled at him. With all the hate that he wasn't protected from, a backlash for once being so famous, Diego partied harder than ever before, with his substance abuse skyrocketing. There was simply no stopping him. He was spiraling out of control. The period of time that follows, Diego has sustained many injuries, has been passing out on Russian television in the stands during the 2008 World Cup. He's also been subjected to severe pain in the stomach and numerous physique-related syndromes that were objectified and treated accordingly. Even now, he fights a battle with his brain. A month back, when he turned 60, he was hospitalized, showing symptoms of overdose, depression, dehydration, and anemia. An MRI scan showed his brain at the brink of permanent damage. Just recently, his personal doctor gave several statements to the press saying, "We're treating it and have not let him leave. We're treating it." Diego was not much in agreement. We insisted, and what happened, happened. Fans who looked up to Diego are worried sick for him, so to comfort them, the doctor further elaborated. His sedation is decreasing, and we've noticed a very good response from Diego, a neurological response. He carried on, rejoining. So the next step is to see if Diego is stable with this authorized medication that he's taking orally. That's a big step. Other than being the greatest player of his time and rumored to be even more a talented player than Lionel Messi, Diego's surgical process was acknowledged by the president of UEFA, who tweeted, "This is another match you have to win. Another match you're going to win because legends are eternal," Sefrin wrote. "From my heart, I hope this is only a minor setback. We're cheering for you." From the mud of his past to the spotlight of elite, Diego climbed up above many, taming his gameplay and letting free his anger, which dominated every match he took part in. As he struggles, many fans pray for his ease. Some who were enraged at him now shower him with words of comfort because Diego Maradona had never backed down, and they hope he keeps it that way. Let us know down in the comments below about what you think regarding Diego Maradona's health. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so you can catch up on more awesome content like this in the future. Until next time, guys, take care and goodbye.